please sit?
I can't see it.
I'm just presenting, baby. Wait.
Sutra. I can see it.
Okay, what do you see? What is this?
Welcome, champs.
What's below the champs? What's the picture?
Bicycles.
I didn't hear you, Chaitra.
Bicycles. The
Okay.
Olympics.
Olympics. What do you think today's lesson is all about?
About the Olympics.
Not the Olympics. Olympics are like
bicycles.
Okay, what about bicycles?
How they move.
You guys ride bicycles?
yes.
All of you?
I don't know about them.
I don't know about you, Chudra.
Mukund,
We really saw her ride a bike in India.
okay,
No, I didn't.
guys, what did I say?
And for Nai's birthday, we literally saw her with her new bike riding it, right, Chudra?
Yes.
Okay, and Mukund, do you know how to ride a bike?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Okay,
Chudra doesn't.
let's do the meditation and then go into the class. Sit straight, please.
And you have addiction.
Fly with Abel and Phi. Let's practice breathing meditation today. Sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes.
Bottle down.
Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. If your mind wanders, gently observe and bring your mind to the breathing again. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let the breath be your anchor. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let there be peace.
Good job, guys. You can open your eyes. Remember, be respectful. Don't shout. Please raise your hands and you can take on. Okay, now we are going to read a story about the birthday bicycle. And Pranav is going to start.
How about we're doing the puppet thing?
We will do it, baby, today.
When Kevin opened his first birthday present, he was thrilled. A brand new bike, shiny bike. Oh man, do I have to wear this? He exclaimed when he saw that his second present was a helmet. Yes, his grandma said, "Now let's hop in the car and go get ice cream." Kevin and his sister, dad, and grandma all strapped their Grandmothers, not grandma. Grandmother all strapped their seatbelts, and soon they were on their way. Dad stopped at a gas station to fill the gas tank.
The gas prices are ridiculous, he said, shaking his head. On the road, the family was having a jolly conversation when a cyclist suddenly veered in front of the car. Whoa, Dad, watch out. Kevin's dad slammed on the brakes.
Okay, so is Kevin happy with both his presents?
Nope.
No.
Okay, yes, Pranav. Why is he not happy? With what present was he not happy?
The helmet, because he didn't want to wear it because he thinks he can ride a bike without a helmet, and I never wear helmets too, and I know
even I never wear a helmet.
Me neither.
Okay, we are talking about places where there are no, you guys ride in places where there are no heavy traffic. See, when Kevin's dad was going in the car, a bicyclist just came suddenly out of nowhere.
We don't even go on the streets. We just go in our community.
We just go on the sidewalks.
Yes, sidewalks. We are going to read about all that.
Isn't this a sidewalk?
That is a sidewalk, but that is Kevin riding in the sidewalk. But they were going in the car and they were going on the road when suddenly the cyclist came in front. Okay.
Why wasn't the cyclist on the sidewalk?
Because we're going to see that right now. Okay. And what was.
Because share the road.
No. What was one more, listen to the question. What was one more safety precaution that the family took, Kevin and his family?
They wore helmets.
No. Yes, Mukund?
They got gas.
No. Chaitra, they're going in the car. Why should they wear helmets in the car?
No.
Yes, Mukund?
They're wearing seatbelts.
Yes, good job. Superb.
Are we doing stars today?
You guys want stars?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, continue reading, Mukund.
Ask me first.
Mukund, read.
The cyclist waved and continued on his way. It's very dangerous when bicycles do not stay on the side, Dad said. Very seriously, Kevin looked around. There were another cyclist riding, but there were no lines or arrows telling them where to ride. Our town needs bike lanes, Kevin's dad declared. A week later, at the town meeting at City Hall,
Kevin's dad declared a week later at.
Were you supposed to read? Were you listening?
I'll be safer.
It'll be safer.
It'll be safer for motorists and cyclists. Plus, it'll encourage more people to ride, which will be better for the environment. I know. They'll save money on gas if I ride more, said another person. Most people were in agreement that the town needed bike lanes.
So do you know what's a town meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it?
It's like important people, like representatives of like a little bit of sections of the town. They come together and make important decisions about. They're like the local government.
Yes, they're like the local government, but Chaitra, a very small correction, in a very small town now, everyone comes and attends the meeting and they put across their grievances. Grievances means their difficulties, what they want to be changed. Mukund, what was the issue being presented?
Cyclists and motor, whatever the other one was, they keep going on the road and then they might get hurt by a car, so they need bike lanes.
Why, Pranav, why might the cyclists get hit by the motorcyclists or car persons? Because they were. Why do you think? Why is Kevin's dad asking for bike lanes?
Because the biker and the motorcycles and the cyclists, they keep getting on the road where the cars are going, so they can crash into each other, and the car is big, so it could really just destroy the cyclist.
Okay, and one more clarification, guys. Bike lane means just for the cycles, okay? Not for the motorcycles. It's just for the cycles. Did you guys understand the story of Kevin? Hey guys, I'm asking you, did you understand?
How come they had a town meeting at City Hall?
Major place of any town is known as City Hall. Place, okay?
Okay.
It's in the center of the city. It's a very big hall in the center of the city.
Can you talk a bit louder next time?
Okay. It's in the center of the city.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. Did you guys understand the story?
Yeah.
Can you Wait, that's the end? It feels so inconclusive.
Because you guys are going to give the conclusion.
I knew it. I knew we were going to do something to the story. Are special lanes for bicycles.
You only know it because your mom's the owner.
No. Chaitra doesn't know it before because she doesn't look into our stuff. Okay, 1. And 2 is, I want you guys to remember the problems faced in the story, because one of the activities we are going to do today involves things that you're learning from the story. Okay, this now is a writing activity, and I'm going to give you just 2 minutes to 5 minutes to write it down, then we'll discuss. Okay?
All the answers.
Can you go back to the last slide for a second?
Why?
Because I need to see something in the story.
What? You were listening. Thank you, listening.
Oh, come on.
Are you not listening? These are so easy. Wait, so we have to do all 4 of these questions?
Yes. What do you okay, we'll discuss these questions.
Why don't can we not discuss?
Yeah, can we just discuss?
No,
because you don't have to write if you have to discuss, and plus you don't have to even do all of them.
You already have a writing activity, so I'm taking pity on you. Okay.
Can I do the first one?
Yes, darling, please.
So the two problems in the story are the gas. You have to put the gas. The gas stations. They are so much money.
The gas prices are high.
The gas price is so much money, and there's no bike lanes.
Okay, so I want each of you to tell me one reason. We'll start with Mukund, Chaitra, then Pranav. Okay, one reason why you think it's a good idea to have bike lanes in your neighborhood, and why you think it's necessary. Mukund, you tell me the first point, Chaitra the second point, and Pranav the third point. Mukund, you need to unmute, baby. You're on mute.
So, cyclists can be safe.
Okay, Chaitra, the second point.
So more people who are pretty precautious because there are no bike lanes. So if they add bike lanes, people who are really cautious will be like, oh, there are new bike lanes, I can definitely cycle. So more people will start using cycles, and more people will stop using cars, and cars need gas, which is really bad for the environment. So we're kind of nature if we do that.
Good job. Pranav, one more point, darling.
So the cyclists and the people driving in the car won't crash into each other.
Won't crash into each other. Good job. And do you think the bike lanes can make driving in a car, it's not car, okay, it's car, less safe? I want all of you to answer this. Did you understand?
What?
Did you understand the question? It is, do you think that having bike lanes can make driving in a car, inside a car, less safe? Yes, Pranav.
Yeah, I think yes, because if the bikers go on the road and they just cross in the middle where the car's going, then the cars have to stop on the brake really quickly. But the seatbelt, you can just go up and the seatbelt can scratch your neck.
No, Pranav, we are not talking about bikes versus cars. When you have bike lanes, do you think it makes car less safe? It makes the car feel. Yes, Chaitra. Chaitra, are you hitting mosquitoes? Can you please focus? Or you're going to do 20 jumping jacks now?
Says who? Okay, fine.
Pranav and Mukund, have you do 100 jumping jacks or sit-ups as a punishment?
No.
No.
Okay, so if you drive in a So when you're driving in a car and there's bike lanes, if a careless, I have two answers for different reasons. So if you're saying it's unsafe, we could say that what if a careless bike driver was driving in the bike lane, it's like looking at his phone or something, and he just drove into the car lanes, that would make driving unsafe. But usually it would make it more safe because there's less worry, because you don't have to be so precise trying to evade every motorcyclist and bike and cyclist.
That's a good answer. Mukund, what's your view? Is it safe or unsafe?
It's safe.
It's safe. Okay, support your answer. Why do you think it's safe?
Because if there's no bike lane, then bikes will go all over the place, and cars will be there too. And then they have to hit the brake, and then they might hit the bike lane. So that, and then they might hit the bicycle,
You're just repeating the same word as though it's a rap song.
So
it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so.
Are you being respectful in the class? Extra homework?
Huh?
You want extra homework, extra sit-down?
No.
Then you better focus. I just told this to Chaitra. Come on, guys. You're like sleeping. I'm also going to sit like this. Bike lanes are how you feel. That's how you guys are today.
Well, it's 9:20. I want to go home.
You will probably go. So you guys can wave your hands forward for like 3, 2, 1. Wave it till I say stop, like this. Let's see if it is bringing back the energy. Pranav, hands up and down. Oh, Pranav, your bird only goes like this. As he tried to clean the bird. What happened to Mukund? He flew away. Mukund, I asked you to become a bird. Come back. Just shake your wings. I can hear Mukund's bird, but I cannot. Chaitra, only one listening. That's for you. Chaitra, you can put your hands down. Pranav's bird is sleeping and flying. Mukund's bird is doing rap. Mukund, is this how a bird flies? Oh, he's doing the face. Mukund's bird is doing it. No, look at Pranav's bird. Oh, Pranav is doing this dance. Do it, Pranav. And Pranav. Come on, 2 more times. Then we continue. Okay. Now, this is how a bike lane is.
What does infer mean?
Infer means what conclusion draw from the picture. Okay, have you seen bike lanes in your town or neighborhood?
Nope.
No.
No.
Yep.
No.
Oh. Yep.
Okay.
You never saw a bike lane. If you saw a bike lane, I definitely saw a bike lane. That means you never saw a bike lane.
Okay. Can you see that there's some sort of divider between the car and the bike lane?
Yeah.
You know why that is?
So that the cars don't go. And the bicycles don't go.
Okay, there's one more reason, not just the cars going bang. One more reason. So, if they are
not... bikers can be safe and not get hit by a car.
Okay, Pranav, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say the car and the bike can be safe.
Okay, one more thing is, if you think there's no place to park, absolutely no place to park, and the bike lane is free, do you think the car drivers won't park in the bike lane if there's
They'll definitely park in the bike lane. They will park in the bike lane.
That's why they have dividers. And let's see how these dividers help. Okay? Bike lanes are part of roads marked by painted lines. In the picture, can you see these metal dividers?
Yeah.
And these places are intended only for cyclists, okay? And they often have arrow and bicycle picture, so that which direction the lane should be used. So in this picture, only the forward way you should use this bike lane. Some places have protected bike lanes. That is, they separate the bicycles from the moving car by putting something in the middle. In this picture, it is metal stuff, okay, metal divider. You can also put plants in the middle so that one is it protects them, the other is they don't misuse the space. Here's some,
Also, you're just flourishing.
you just,
Flourishing.
you have this differentiation too. In case the lines and the dividers are not there, you
Yeah, I'm just saying if you do plants, you're adding a plus. You're giving more oxygen around. Plus, you're just making the town look more beautiful.
yes, and it also shady when they bicycle. Because
Yeah.
so bike lanes also prevent accidents. As you all know that the motor is close to the curve, okay? Imagine this bike lane. This is the curve and the motor is parked like this. And Pranav and Mukund, you were talking about driving your cycle on the sidewalks, right? In case a car is parked just next to the curb and they open the door, accidents might occur, okay?
And they're going to hit your bike and it's going to fall down.
Yes,
And
and
punch their guts and make them pay for a new one.
bike,
It's probably just going to be like,
probably.
it's fine. I'll probably pick it up and you'll be like, did something happen to my bike? And nothing happened to my bike.
No, Chaitra, that will happen if the car is at rest, okay? What if they come very fast and stop? Then it might cause serious accidents and injuries, okay?
Oh, I thought you meant like like they stop on a sidewalk and then a car parks there and then the car was already there and they parked next to the car and then they went in the shop and got whatever they wanted or something. By then the car parkers are already there and they went, and when they opened the door, the cycle fell down.
Yes, because you know, bike and motorist safety is a serious issue. And in the the US Department of Transportation has said there are 857 bicyclists killed in traffic accidents just in the year 2018. That's around like 1,000 people. Okay.
Good thing I wasn't there. Good thing I was in India.
And besides, keeping cycling.
You were in India in 2018?
Yeah.
City planners have noticed that it encourages people to bike more. So, other than all these points, what do you think are the advantages of introducing bike lanes? I want each of you to write 3 points at least in your notebooks.
Oh, come on.
Come on, check out your notebook. It's just 3 points. Chaitra, points, bullet points, and one more lines are enough, Chaitra. Okay, because you have only 5 minutes.
I bet you I'm not going to finish even 1 point.
That's the beauty of points. You don't have to write complete sentences. You can explain in complete sentences, just write the main words or word. But be ready to explain, okay?
Why can't we use the points from there?
What do we have to do?
Pranav. Okay.
You think are advantages of
Introducing
bike lane justified.
So just 3 points. Just 3 points quickly. Okay.
Of what?
Why you think bike lane should be introduced?
Fine.
Did you say bike lane?
Yes, bike lanes.
Because of the
Oh, I thought you said bike lane.
Chaitra. Chaitra, don't put off writing.
Okay.
No, you're just like, this is Chaitra when I tell her to write. Oh, take the box, open the box, take the pen. Right. Chaitra, right. Chaitra, right. Chaitra, right. Write fast, okay? Just the points and the pointers. No, keep your box down. Come on. Hey guys, it's 9:30 in the night for us, okay? And she's been pretty active for 9:30 in the night. So don't laugh like hyenas. Right.
What kind of a laugh is that?
That's a donkey speech. Ignore it. Just 3 points, okay, guys? Okay, Mukund is done.
No, I'm not. I have 17 more points to do.
I just said 3 points. Why do you have 17 more points?
But what if I want to do 17?
Oh, you want to do 17? That's very nice. Mukund, stop doing that. Okay? Stop. No, don't mute and then bray like a donkey. Stop. Keep writing. Pranav, are you done?
I'm not.
Shaitwa, are you done?
I'm on the second point.
See, you said you bet me that you couldn't even write one, and I bet you that you can write all 3. Always.
I'm not sure about the third one.
I already did my third one. I'm done.
You're done. Good job, Pranav.
Me too. I was just joking about doing the other ones.
Okay. No,
That
you,
was the first one done.
no. You said you are doing 17 points. 17
No,
points.
I was just joking. Well, too bad. Well, too bad, you hardy thing.
No.
All I called him is a hardy hay. Do you even know what hardy hay means? It means a party pooper. And that's what Pranav is.
Not a part of being respectful in class. Okay, Pranav, Chaitra, are you done? Time up. Pranav, can you read out your points, please?
Okay. So, my points are because it will be safer, because cars and bikes won't crash into each other, and last one because people won't die.
That people will die.
People won't die.
Okay, that's a continuation of the second point. I'm not taking it as a separate point. Mukund, what did you write?
Bikers can be safe, so bikers can have their own space to bike. If the parking spaces are full, you can park in the bike lanes.
Are you supposed to do that? I asked you the advantages of bike lanes. You cannot.
Those are the advantages of bike lanes. Those are my things.
Wait, Mukund, the bike lane will be so small. Do you think a car can park in such narrow spaces?
That's what Chaitra said.
That's not what Chaitra said. Chaitra said.
That's what you said.
I said when there are no dividers. That's not an advantage. That's a disadvantage when they don't have dividers in the middle. Okay? Chaitra, can you read your points?
Okay, I actually did a bonus point because I just remembered it when I was writing the third one. All right, so the first point is families spend more time together because they can cycle together.
Okay, that's a nice, refreshing viewpoint. One.
And the second point, people exercise more while cycling.
No, related to the bike lanes. That's a correct point, but related more to the bike lanes.
Children or careless teenagers like my brother who have
Excuse me? Project Shreddy is more smarter than you, intelligent, and better.
He's also smarter than you. And I never said he wasn't smart.
Project
I said he was careless.
Okay.
Today he dropped his laptop bag on my foot, so I would know.
Your problem.
How's that my problem? I was hitting him and he dropped it accidentally.
No, you.
He hit me first, then I hit him back, and it's a long cycle. Okay, so and the third point,
Did anyone start crying? Yeah, Chaitra did.
She wasn't crying first. Yes, sir.
okay, so when they're looking at their phones,
Hey, you said this point before. You cannot repeat the point.
you said anything that's in there.
What?
Okay, fine. I'll just tell my bonus point. So parents, who are new to cycling, like I don't want to waste so much money on a car, so they just pick up cycling, and then they're going on the street, but then they hit a car. But with bike lanes, they'll be more safe. So I'm just saying they're like better to people who cycle.
Chaitra, I think you're just saying stuff and you did not write the fourth point down.
I did.
Okay, show me.
Pranav.
You better hope you can read cursive.
Okay.
Pranav, can you please focus here, darling?
Sir, you said my last point is bad. You said my last point's bad, so I made a new one. Can I read it?
Yeah, please.
It is because bikes can park without getting hit by a car.
Okay. That was just a repetition of your first point.
No, it wasn't my first point because it will be safer.
Hello. Hello.
That's the same as...
Are you on mute? Yes, I am.
Hello? Tuta, who's that?
Pranav. Stop, Pranav. Okay.
I'd rather know to know.
Okay, so who's that? Tuta, who's that?
She's my cousin.
Hi, guys. Hi. Hi.
Okay.
Tuta, you never told me you had another cousin.
How do you not know that?
It's her dad's side.
Okay. Anyways, should we start doing this?
No, you're going to just...
Is it your dad's sister's daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Can you...
computer is right over there. I'm in her room, actually.
Okay. Can you see the bike lane picture?
Yeah, should we do the work that's in that? Because I already read it and I'm ready to get started.
Okay.
I'm not ready to get started. I don't want to do this alone. Can we do it together?
No, I want all of you to choose two, okay? And you guys can't...
Two? I have like 5.
No, choose 2.
6. I have 6.
So
Teacher and mayor.
Teacher and mayor, okay. Chaitra, Pranav, whom do you choose? You can't choose teacher.
Painter and city planner.
Construction worker and engineer.
Okay. You guys can write it down.
Gardener. That one is gardener and painter.
Gardener and painter, okay. Okay, who wants to go first? You
I
can.
want to do city. No, I want to do city planner and mayor.
No, someone already took city planner.
No, I want to do city planner, but Tay didn't choose gardener, so I want to do gardener. I want to do city planner and mayor.
Okay.
Okay,
Actually, I want to do construction worker and painter.
Priya ma'am, can I do painter and teacher?
Okay.
Okay, Chaitra. Mukund has chosen city planner and mayor. Okay, Chaitra, what's your choice?
Construction worker and let's see, citizen or gardener. Just choose one. Gardener it is.
Okay, you know what you guys have to tell, right? You just have to tell how do people help in preparing this bike lane. Okay? Just a single line. And then
We have to write it down. Why can we just discuss it?
What do we have to do?
Can we just tell it?
Yes, you can tell it because we have a writing activity.
Tell what? No, I don't want to do a writing activity.
No writing right now. Okay, who's going first?
For what? What do we have to do?
Okay, Pranav.
This.
Pranav, can you see that picture below the box?
Yeah.
That's a bike lane, okay? And you have chosen a teacher and a painter. You're going to tell us how a teacher and a painter help create this bike lane, okay? And Mukund,
How am I supposed to do that?
And Mukund will tell us how a city planner and a mayor help. And Chaitra will tell us how a construction worker and a gardener help. Okay, who wants to go first? Yeah, Pranav.
Okay, so a teacher, he will help with measuring because teachers are smart. And painter, he will help with the paint on the ground.
Okay, good job, Chaitra.
All right, so for the construction worker, he'll build the divider, and the gardener will wait. Can it be separate? Because I think if the construction worker would either build it and then the painter would do it, or the gardener would just plant some plants there.
The construction worker can plant those beams and the gardener can plant plants in between the beams.
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Mukund, how will a city planner and the mayor help?
The mayor can decide if they want to do the bike lane or not.
Okay.
And the city planner can plan how the bike lane looks.
Okay, and what do you think? Who can tell me what's the role of an engineer here? Yes, Chaitra.
So engineers are kind of like people who do the blueprints and everything. So they could help construction workers or city planners. They could help them here are the blueprints. You just have to follow them and construct it.
Very good. And what's the role? Do you know who's a citizen? And what's the role of a citizen? Pranav.
We're like citizens.
Okay.
You two are citizens of India, and me and Meme are citizens of America.
Okay, what is the role of...
No, she's not a citizen of America because she's from here.
Okay, Mukund, what does a citizen, how does a citizen help in this creating a bike lane?
They can tell some ideas.
About what?
About how to make the bike lane and what to put on.
Can I please give an answer for citizen?
I want to give an answer. I have a brilliant answer.
Okay.
You already gave an answer. Give me a chance.
Okay, both of you can...
You already gave an answer for an engineer. Give Pranav a chance, Chukra.
Mukund, Stop. Chaitra, you have to tell it in exactly one line. Then Pranav, you will tell it exactly in one line. Okay, let's see. Start, Chaitra.
So citizens were probably the people to issue the complaint, like, we want bike lanes, it's too many accidents, that and all that.
Very good. Pranav, what's your point?
So the citizens or the gardener, the mayor, all those jobs, they're helping with everything.
Good job, both of you. See, looking at the same thing, we can all get different points. Okay, now who wants to do the puppet show first? Pranav.
Okay. I have 4 characters, so if I'm switching characters, it'll take me some time. I have to take off the socks.
How many characters are there?
4. So I got 4 socks. Or should I just act them out with these?
You can act it out with these, no problem.
Okay. So there's the narrator, which is my voice. There's Alex, Bob, and Mike.
Okay. You can take the voice of narrator and one more, either Alex, Mike, or Bob. The other two use the puppets. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the grave, the story's called The Grave, and it's by Pranav the Goat.
Okay.
So there once was a grave that nobody went to. Everybody said there was a ghost. One day, a kid named Alex didn't know about it. So one day he went to the grave. Alex told his friends if they wanted to come with him. Hey guys, do you want to come to the grave with me? Said Alex. No way! No way, said Mike. Don't you know what's in there? Wait. Do you know what is in there? A ghost, said Bob. But Bob went there anyway. He did not see a ghost, but then he got deeper. There was a ghost. Scream! Alex ran as fast as he could. Finally, he got out. Alex went back to Bob and Mike. There was a real ghost. There was a real ghost, said Alex. Told ya, said Bob. Bob told ya, said Bob and Mike. Then no one came and went there again.
Good job. Okay, Mukund, you want to go next?
Yep.
Oh, one second. Yes,
The birth of Mitchin by Mukund the Goat. There was a farmer named Chicken. He went to his chicken named Plicken. He saw that something was wrong, so he took him to Chicky Chick to help him. She had an egg and she was going to have a chick. She slept, ate good food, and the farmer did everything to help. Then the day came. The farmer went to take Plicken back there. the chicky chick. He said, "Hi." Then the farmer said, "Hi, sir." And then the chicken said, that it was happening. The chicken had was and said, wait, else happened. The chicken was,
Pranav, sorry, Mukund,
he said, "Buck, buck, buck." Huh?
your voice went in and there's some sort of disturbance in your voice.
It's okay now. The farmer said it will be okay. Then one eternity later, the chicken was there. They went home. His first words were, then he said, "Buck, buck." They lived happily ever after. Yes, they named him Mitchin. That's the end. Because you only needed one sock.
Yeah. No, the chicken and the farmer, they were two. Chicken and the farmer.
Yeah, walk, walk, and chalk, chalk. And do all. He said this to the doctor.
Petra, your turn, darling.
Okay. Should I use my medal, man?
Yes, you can. You fixed it. That's good.
Yeah, I fixed it. He's a pirate.
Okay.
All right. So, once upon a time, there was a girl. What was her name?
Hey, did you write this story down?
Yes.
Okay.
But I wrote it on a paper.
As usual. And you lost the paper.
No, I didn't lose the paper. I just forgot to bring it to my Nana's house.
So there's this big notebook lying right there for all your stuff, right? Why didn't
Oh yeah, I think I remember her name.
you can give her a new name otherwise. You're the author after all. Come on.
Her name was Diana.
Where's the movement of your hands for the...
I am Diana. She was living an ordinary life. Till one day she left her room and she decided to explore her house because she had never really left anywhere except for her room. She only really went to the bathroom and to get her food. So she started exploring her house and she was like, I know I haven't been here very often, but who knew there was all these secret passageways and cauldrons? Are my parents evil? Then a voice came from the shadows. No, they're not. This is not your house anymore. I had taken advantage that you didn't know anything about your house. So I could send you here. And now you're going to pay. Remember 3 years ago where you accidentally poked me with a stick on my hand, totally accidentally, and I'm still fussing over because I'm really stupid?
Hey,
Okay, fine. I just added that in, but so I'm going to make your worst nightmare come true. But you don't get to see for yourself until we've done it. Let's go back to your room. Oh, that was really weird. Wait. My room has a certain touch to it. Hey, how can you talk? Well, every time you sit on me, I really get hurt. It's not okay to sit on somebody in the face. And then all the other things in her room started talking all about how Diana had misused them. She put her head on me all the time, screamed the pillow. She puts her clothes in me like I'm supposed to be storing all these clothes inside of my mouth, screamed the closet. All of a sudden, Diana was in a battlefield. She was dressed with armor. She didn't know why, but then she looked above the horrible death that was all of her appliances, her furniture. She was armed. She was fighting them. She was doing the best anyone could. Diana screamed, "I'm sorry. I never knew you would do any of this. I didn't know any of you had feelings." "Well, maybe you should have considered that sooner." Diana had woken up. She realized it had been a crazy dream, but she decided nothing like that should happen in real life. She walked out. She got out of her room. She explored the world. She became a great traveler. And she knew that it was all in her head and it never happened. But was she right? We'll never know. Did her bed want to kill her? It probably did. And maybe it will.
Good job. Okay, this was the girl yesterday who was arguing with me for writing 3 lines. And you said you'll write 1.
I still have my one-line story prepared.
Do it. Read it.
No, she said it yesterday. That they came, they slept, or they died, something story over. She told it yesterday in class. I remember.
The fat cat sat on a mat and ate a tasty rat.
Hey.
There was a rat who sat on a mat and ate a tasty rat.
Why is a rat? It's cannibalism.
So bad. He was really stupid. He was really goofy. He was really stinky.
That rat should be in rat jail. He's committed cannibalism.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not the rat ate the rat.
It's a cat. It's a cat who ate the rat.
The mat ate the rat. The rat ate the mat, and the mat ate the cat. The cat ate the rat.
Everyone is eating everyone else.
The rat made the boot.
I forgot to say fat. It's the fat cat sat on a mat and ate a tasty rat.
Okay.
The fat cat sat on a rat and ate a tasty rat. Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that entertainment. Now, what did you... Mukund, you cannot sleep. Get up. You just got up from bed. Get up. Okay. So what was very easy about today's class? We'll have a continuation of this class because we didn't actually finish. We had a very interesting activity, but we've run out of time. Okay. So what was very easy about today's class? What you liked and what you didn't like about it?
Where's the slide? You always have a slide of the fun meter.
Yeah, I'm seeing if you remember this. Remember. So what was easy about today's class?
Everything.
So what was tough? Little tough.
Nothing.
So what was the thing that you enjoyed the most?
The puppet show I enjoyed the most.
puppet show.
What was the most boring thing?
Showcasing
The
metal
train.
men.
The
The
man,
bicycle.
okay.
You know, I gave my metal man a butt.
Guys, sit straight, okay? Come on, sit straight, guys. I'll see you tomorrow
Oh, my magnet.
morning, okay? Sit straight, 3 times inhale, exhale, then we'll close the eyes, okay? Inhale, close your eyes. Mukund, can you please sit up straight with your eyes closed? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bye, guys. Have a good day.